Welcome back to PL Ministries. I am Paul Lawrence, and I pray that you're having a great day. Today, for our midweek encouraging word, we will turn to the book of Psalms chapter 1, verses 1 to 3. It reads, "Blessed is the man who walk not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stand in the way of the wicked, nor sit in the seat of the scoffers. But his delight is in the law, in the commandments of God. And he meditates on it day and night. And he is like a tree that is planted by the streams of water, that yields its fruit every season. And the leaf of that tree now does not wither. In all that that tree does, it will prosper." Psalms chapter 1, verses 1 to 3. Remember that as you go about this week. So what is David saying in that psalm to us? Notice three things that David is saying here. First, it says that the tree or the person, because the tree is a metaphor for a person who keeps the law and the commandments of God. So he's saying that the person who keeps the law and the commandments of God will bear fruits in its season. Now, this does not mean that to bear fruit you need to, or to prosper, that you need to send all your money to Paul Lawrence Ministries or give all your money to the church. The Bible does not teach that. What David is saying here, what the Bible teaches here, especially here in the context of Psalm chapter 1, is that we may go through different seasons in our life. We may go through good seasons. We may go through bad seasons. We may go through seasons of drought, seasons of hard times, seasons of sorrow, seasons of pain. We may go through seasons of joy and seasons of happiness. David is saying here that if you delight in God's word, if you delight in his commandments, if you are faithful to him, that no matter what season you are going through, no matter what trials come your way, no matter what tribulation come your way, God will bless you to prosper in every season. He will give you all that you need to make it through those hard times. He will give you all the encouragement that you need. He will give you all the help that you need. And no matter how hard things is, he is right by your side. And at the end result is what speaks. You will be prosperous. And prospering meaning prosper at your job. It do not mean money all the time being prosperous. You can be prosperous at your job, prosperous in fixing your own car, prosperous in helping friends with their trials and tribulation, prosperous in doing something good for God. The second thing here that David is saying is that the leaf will not wither. Now, what does this mean? When we look in Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 8, Jeremiah explains that for us in much more detail. He says that the person who keeps the commandments of God is like a tree planted by the water that sends out its roots to the stream and does not fear when heat comes. For its leaves remain green and is not anxious when the year of drought comes. It does not cease to bear fruit at all. So prosper, it does not mean that you are getting all of this money. No. What David is saying here in Psalms, that you will be like a tree planted by the streams of the water. And that when you need nourishment, when you need help, when you are going through a drought, you will be able to stretch your roots out to the stream and get the nourishment, get the relief, get the refreshment that you need. Jesus says that he is the living water in the book of Matthew. He is that living water. He told the woman at the well. He is a spring. We as believers, when we are going through tough times, a matter of fact, even daily, we should stretch our roots out, our spiritual roots out to Jesus, to that living water to get our relief, to get our refreshing, to get our nourishment. We need to stretch our roots out to Jesus as we go through this week, so that we could be refreshed, so that we do not be bogged down by the things of life. David is saying here in this Psalms to stretch your roots out to Jesus Christ. Then lastly, David is saying here that the person who keeps all God's commandments and delights in it and meditates on it, that they will prosper in all things that they do. Again, this does not mean that tough time will not come, but it means that the end result is what matters to you, and the end result is what matters in your life and what matters to God. The end result is that as you go through life, as you go through trials and tribulations, as you go through these different seasons in your life, and you stretch your spiritual roots out to Jesus Christ, and you connect with that water, you connect with that word, you connect with that encouragement, Jesus will fill your spirit, fill your whole soul with prosperity. Meaning whatever you do, whatever it is that you do, you will find yourself prospering in all that you do. Prospering at your job, prospering in your work, prospering in doing tasks around the house, prospering in your health, prospering in a lot of different things, and even prospering financially. So as we say here in Paul Lawrence Ministries, after you have worked on yourself, help another, and may God truly and richly bless you.